Back here on The Point After, Bobby Hebert, Christian Garrick. And Bobby, man, I think Tom Brady, when he retires, he'll remember the Superdome, and not too fondly, especially as he thinks about his Buck time.
Well, now ultimately he would take that playoff win to ultimately win a Super Bowl, but the great Tom Brady, the greatest of all time, Christian, it's all still about, protecting the football, not turning it over and getting takeaways. I mean, you mentioned that earlier. We were talking about that during the game. He's had 14 turnovers in a Bucs uniform, and 8 of them has come against the Saints. So by being opportunistic, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, we should win the game. We forced 3 turnovers. We were a +3. I mean, when you think about that, you should always win. And Christian, we didn't hit the trifecta on the Sean Payton. And the trifecta is when we force 3 turnovers or more, no matter how many times we take it away, and we don't turn it over, and our scoring defense is 20 points or less. Well, they had 27, so we got to take that one out. Well, we hit 2 out of the 3. We forced 3 turnovers on the Sean Payton. We're now 43 wins and 6 losses when we forced 3 turnovers. When we have 0 turnovers, we're now 52-6. So I don't know. The moral of the story is whether it's Trevor Siemian, whoever's playing quarterback, take the football away and don't turn it over, and you got a great chance or a great opportunity to end up winning the game. Christian, but I'm ecstatic because the costumes do matter. Costumes? What are you talking about? No, the uniforms. Christian, they worked in Seattle. You know, we had the white jerseys, black pants, gold helmets. I mean, like we're invincible. Well, we wanted to be a little Halloweenish, so we went with the color rush jerseys. And if you look at it now, we're 9-3 since debuting them back in 2017. So won 9 games and we only lost 3. I kind of like those percentages. So the color rush, my wife, that's her favorite uniform. So I think you'll see those.
Favorite costume.
Yeah, favorite costume. We will end up seeing that again. If you look at the Saints now, Christian, this is one team that overall the Buccaneer Nation cannot bark at the Who Dat Nation because we've had their number. Like I said in the pregame, we've beaten this team more than any other NFL team. We're now 38-21. That's pretty much domination. Sean Payton is now 19 wins and 10 losses. Now, when you're looking at the regular season, so 19-10, in the regular season contest, we've won 6 in a row. So when you look at all that, Christian, I know we want to win in the postseason. That makes all the difference in the world. But I thought this is the key to the game. That when you look, obviously, we're +3, and so you should win. But we ran the ball 32 times, and we averaged almost 5 yards a run. The Buccaneers were the number 1 run defense. They were giving up only 67 yards a game, and we got 152. So even though you might not have liked it, you wanted it to be more wide open, that was critical. 32 rushes, 152 yards, 4.8 average. You know how many times they ran it? And they averaged 5.1. They only ran the ball 14 times. So when all said and done, you might say, well, boy, when you look at third down, it looks terrible for the Saints. They were 8 of 13, 62%, which is outstanding. You want to be over 50%. This is outstanding defense. We were only 5 of 14. Who Dat Nation? So when you look at that, so that's puzzling. Seemed like, boy, they definitely should win the time of possession. They're converting on third down is because they didn't run it enough. Only 14 rushing attempts, so you go further down. Time of possession, we had the ball almost 7 minutes more than they did. And we didn't even convert on third down. Why? Because we ran the football. And we ran it at a high level against the top defense in the National Football League, averaging almost 5 yards a carry. Look, Mark Ingram looked like he hasn't always been in a Saints uniform. How long he's been gone? 1.5 years, 2 years? I mean, he goes to the Ravens, he goes to the Texas. It seems like Mark Ingram was with us the whole time. Look how aggressive he was running. He didn't look out of place, so I thought that was unique. But, you want to have 65 plays. We had 72 to their 58. And I'm telling you, that's where that comes about. as far as explosive plays and controlling the line of scrimmage at times. It wasn't all the time. And considering you're basically playing your third-string quarterback and your third-string, it just shows you how competitive the NFL is. This is the greatest quarterback ever, Tom Brady. Trevor Siemian could tell his grandkids, you know what, let me tell you this game in the Superdome when I beat Tom Brady. It doesn't matter what because he didn't turn it over. He made plays at times, and that's all it takes. But this is one thing that's going to get to Bruce Arians and the Buccaneers. I know we get to Sean Payton, and this is losing football. I don't care if you're the world champs. Christian, what I always tell you, you can't have 9 or more penalties or around 100 yards in penalties.
Yeah, they had 11 for 99.
Because you're talking about you giving up a touchdown or maybe 10 points.
It's almost like a fourth turnover.
A touchdown and a field goal. Well, they had 11 penalties, 99 yards, and we had 2 for 10. And I don't think that I think it was straight up, and that was honest calls and all coming about. Now, Alvin Kamara, I think it was tough. He had 76 yards total when all said and done. When I look at the defensive numbers, I thought Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, even though he was second in tackles behind Marcus Williams with 6, he had an interception pass defending. They were kind of picking on him. I thought maybe this might be end up being his weakest game. Lattimore, he made plays at times, but not necessarily that one busted coverage, and he gave up. He can't be perfect, when he gave up that long touchdown to Michael Evans. So
still held him to 2 catches.
Exactly. It's just you get spoiled. You just want to, see him shut him out. Now, Christian, I think you did give a game ball to Deontay Harris. I think he's imperative when you look at not only as a returner, because that's like all-pro Pro Bowl average, 12-yard punt returns, 34.5. And you know who stepped up? And I thought he only got targeted 3 times, but he had 3 catches. Traquan Smith, 33 yards, and he had 1 touchdown. That was a nice touchdown route, and it'll be interesting to see going forward direction. And we don't know where Taysom Hill's at, and Atlanta coming to town. But this is a significant win, considering Tom Brady threw 40 times, 375 yards, but not good enough to overtake the Saints. You can't turn over the football.